Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's just two movies.
Welcome back to the first episode of It's Just Two Movies Summer Break, because we have other shit to do. Like passing out in front lawns and putting shirts on cats.
And going camping and getting way too drunk and then falling asleep in the river.
I got lawns to mow. It's just mine, though. But it's big.
You want to come up and do mine? It'll take you 3 minutes.
Sure. To mow your lawn. Just bring the... Yeah, I guess I could put the old zero turn on the flatbed.
Yeah.
She'll ride.
Yeah.
Just pull the strap. That baby ain't going nowhere. So essentially for summer break, we're just shortening the episode instead of doing our typical, hour and a half, 2 hour long format. We're going to try to snug it up into about an hour because, well, I don't want to sit in here editing all summer.
That's right. Fuck that. You want to be outside enjoying whatever you do outside.
I'm grilling. I'm chilling. I'm day drinking.
Yep.
Those are pretty much the
Throwing
things.
bags.
Throwing some bags, throwing some washers,
Fuck
little
yeah, dude.
hillbilly ladder golf or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
You want to say fuck this and go throw some bags?
Horseshoes. All right.
All right. Well,
good night, folks. No, if you're not familiar with the show and this happens to be your first time tuning in, what we do on It's Just Two Movies is we watch, you guessed it, 2 whole television series consecutively, and then we rank them by episode. No, we don't. We watch 2 movies. We watch one movie that at least one person out of the 2 of us thinks is a really good flick. We watch a big piece of shit. That has something in common with it, or we try to at least. It doesn't always work out.
Most of the time, it
doesn't really matter. It just gives us an excuse to watch something that's
shitty and get drunk.
That's bad.
And make fun of it and have a good time.
Yeah, we take a big dump on it while we're watching it, and we come in here.
We take a dump on the dump.
Yes,
like a piece of shit that's already on the floor.
Yeah,
we also shit.
You
on
shit
that.
on that
Yep.
on that poop.
Yep. That's what we do.
And we don't clean it up. Just fucking kick it around and we post it on the internet. And all 10 people listen to it.
Yeah, baby. So, all right. This week, I chose Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I fucking love this movie.
And I chose this movie because, as I told you, I feel like I picked the same genre since I feel like I've picked the same genre since we've started this show. It's not a bad thing.
No. You like cowboys and murder, though, and that's okay.
Not
necessarily in that order.
I like kind of like the modern Western style, I guess.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
But I was like, let's do something different. I picked this film. If you don't know, this film is based on a comic series.
Mm-hmm. And a video game.
I
think comic, then video game, then movie.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it is a 2010 release.
I did it all backwards. I watched this movie, and then I played the video game, and then I read some of the comics.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So do you know the budget of this? Did you write it down?
Oh, yeah. Budget for this film, $85 million.
That was the budget?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 85 mil, baby.
I have 60 million, but...
Oh, well.
It says estimated, so okay. Yours might be...
somewhere between those, I suppose.
Yeah.
Box office, 48.1 million. This somehow lost money. And, I mean, look at the fucking draw for the cast for this alone. Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Chris Evans, Allison Pill, Aubrey Plaza, Jason Schwartzman, who I fucking hate his face. I hate Jason Schwartzman's face, but I think it's just because he's an effective actor.
Yeah.
And he always plays like a wormy, weaselly guy I'm not supposed to like.
Yep.
And he's so good at it, I just associate his
great.
face with being like, I could punch you. But I probably wouldn't because he'd say something really smug, and then I'd be like, you motherfucker. Also stars Ellen Wong, Brandon Ruth, Anna Kendrick, Mae Whitman, Kieran Culkin, Brie Larson, Mark Webber, and Johnny Simmons.
It's a pretty stacked
It is a really stacked cast, and the reason I listed so many names is because those are all pivotal characters.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's arguable that the least impactful character that I named off is probably Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she's great.
You would mention if you had Anna Kendrick in your movie. If she was in it for 30 seconds, you would bill her.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Fucking bill her real hard. Put her up against the bill and be like, oh, what's your name? What's your name? Put it on the screen. Oh.
Moving along. Directed by Edgar Wright. Writers.
I would watch a movie Edgar Wright made about flushing a turd that's a little too big for the toilet.
I like it.
I have never seen an Edgar Wright film I didn't like.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, man, I really like that movie. Who directed it?
Edgar Wright.
Yep.
Nice. So writers, Michael Bacall did the screenplay, as well as Edgar Wright, and then the graphic novels were done by Brian Lee O'Malley.
I like it. They're fun. It's like a fun, breezy. It's a fun, breezy storyline. I like the way it's super playful with all the. Just the whole idea of the movie is playful. Could you kind of summarize for us what if nobody knows anything about this? What would you say?
Yeah. So I haven't read the comic book series. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't either. I read 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this story is based, from those novels from those.
It seems
comics.
to be pretty tried and true.
But in this film, we've got Scott Pilgrim. He plays in a crappy punk rock band, which, by the way,
catches me right in the feels. Was in a crappy punk rock band before,
right? Both of us. The name of the band is Sex Bob-omb.
Yeah, Sex Bob-omb.
Bob-omb.
Well, Bob-omb is the. All right, you remember Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah.
Trademark. I don't know if I can say that on Super Mario Brothers. The little bomb guy that walks around, that's his name is Bob-omb.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
I was wondering, did you know that their music in this film was written in 2 days by Beck?
That sounds pretty, like, I wouldn't even question that fact. That'd be
that's true. Like,
it seems very true.
But I think that's just really cool. Like, he wanted it to be gritty, fast. Like, I mean, that's what it is. They're a punk rock band.
He got it. He
got it.
Fucking nailed it.
Because Beck is amazing.
I like the garbage truck, the Garbage Man song. I like that.
Garbage Man song.
Yeah.
By Beck. Or in the movie. Oh, yeah. All right, so Scott Pilgrim, he's in a crappy punk rock band. He sees a girl, and he immediately falls in love with her.
He has dreams about her.
He has dreams about her. He ends up getting with her, but little does he know, to date her, and this is like the basis of the whole film. He has to fight this chick's 7 evil exes.
Yes.
Which is a tall order.
It is a tall order to fighting any 7 motherfuckers,
right?
That are older than high school age, or you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Is Scott Pilgrim loves this girl? Her name is Ramona Flowers, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's rad.
She's a cool chick.
She's cool.
She's the chick that you wanted to date when you were in high school.
Yeah, she's like a little too badass for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's got fucking cool hair. She's rad. Everybody be like, oh, I'm cool. And she'd be like, whatever, nerd.
Whatever, nerd.
Yeah, that's pretty much her whole vibe, is she's just a little too cool for school.
I like
which is true because it rhymes.
Like, I guess he sees her and then he goes to a party. But when he gets to this party, Scott has like a hand-drawn picture of Ramona, and it looks terrible, doesn't it?
It looks perfect. I know exactly who he's talking about, though. Yeah, he like rolls up to his buddy, and he's like, forget the guy's name, but he's like, oh, he knows everybody. He's like, hey, do you know this girl? He's like, oh, yeah, that's Ramona Flowers. It's Ramona Flowers. She's kind of badass.
Yeah.
She kicks all kinds of ass, or whatever he says about her.
And he like when he first meets her, he just like fucking, he's so awkward as Michael Cera is.
Oh yeah, that's probably why they got Michael Cera. I always thought that was a weird casting choice because I'm like, isn't Scott Pilgrim supposed to be kind of cool? Because in the comic books, he looks like a cool guy.
Yeah, it works though, I think.
Yeah, it really does. It works out well. But the movie starts out, though, Scott Pilgrim's already got a girlfriend. He's in high school.
And they make a huge deal of it.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. What is he, like 22 or something like that?
I think he's like 21 or 22, and his girlfriend's 17.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Yeah. And she's Chinese, and her name is Knives Chow.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking badass name. Yeah.
Knives Chow.
Knives Chow. Like, fucking...
One of the funniest lines in the film, though, at the very beginning, to the intro to the movie, they say, not so long ago, in the mysterious land of Toronto, Canada, Scott Pilgrim is dating a high schooler.
Right. That's how it opens.
Opens. Fucking cracks me up.
So you get a lot of cool scenes of him.
It's fucking 9%, bro.
Fucking, I'm here to party.
Yeah, so
I'm here to fucking podcast and kick ass.
Yeah, so what were you going to say?
You get a lot of scenes of, like, Scott dating his high school girlfriend, and they're, like, going to the record shop and going to the arcade and shit like that.
And he doesn't have the heart to break up with this girl, though, once he meets his, like, Ramona.
He actually gets a date with Ramona Flowers.
Yeah. He can't gather up the courage to break up with Knives.
No balls.
No balls.
No balls to break up with Knives.
Mm-hmm.
Knives Chow. God, it's a gangster name.
So the first guy that Scott has to fight, I didn't like this.
Patel. I didn't like it either. The more I think about it, I will say this is like a comfort film for me.
Yeah.
If I don't feel good, like I bought this movie on Xbox.
Damn,
I bought this movie
years ago, yeah.
I bought this movie on Xbox. It's been a hot minute. I know you guys don't know this, but I haven't owned an Xbox in quite some time. I bought this movie on Xbox one day because I called out of work because I had the flu. So I'm like puking and like shitting myself. And I can't hold anything down and I do not feel good. And I just want to like watch something I can zone out to and like sleep off and on while I'm having fever dreams. So I watched this movie 4 times in a row in one day, like nodding off and on because I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
So this is like a comfort film for me. It just kind of makes me feel kind of warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
But so I always hated this bit because he busts out in a musical number.
That's what I was going. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, I've touched on this a couple of times. Not really a fan of musicals. Not really a fan of musical numbers.
No. Like, if it can be done well, and I do know that.
Yeah.
But it's really rare.
It's not easy to do. And in general, you shouldn't do it. But I think I understand why Edgar Wright chose to do it in this. I don't know if it's comic book accurate or not, but he wants you to associate this character with someone who would show up to a fight and do a musical number.
Yeah, I guess I can't knock it for that.
He wants to make him not likable.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
Received. Because I don't like the guy. Like, immediately. The way he, like, moves his shoulders and he's kind of dancey and shit. I fucking don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, now that you say that makes more sense. I think that's a pretty accurate assessment.
Well, I think because if they were trying to do it as a musical, there would be more than the one musical number in it.
Right.
He fights a guy who's a movie star on a movie set, and there's no musical number with that.
Right.
So they could easily hand fist more musical numbers in here, even though Scott Pilgrim is in a band and you see his band play, you wouldn't necessarily call that a musical number.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude fucking shows up out of nowhere and he's like singing and dancing and
it's just that's the only thing that really, maybe not the only thing, but one of the bigger things in this film that didn't really work for me. But like you said, it's probably a choice made by the director because it makes you not like him. Yeah,
I think that's the case. Is when they're talking about when Ramona is giving Scott backstory on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling the story about him, and I'm like, yeah, okay. That's him. That's not for the film. That's just who he is, and I fucking don't like it.
Yeah. So another one of my favorite parts. It's just a little thing in the film, but the way Scott uses the bathroom in one part.
Oh yeah,
is just so fucking funny.
There's a lot of really cool like video game graphics.
Oh yeah,
that show up in this. Yeah, we got carry on.
Yeah,
you're talking about the P bar.
No, I think he's at home. But, like, he's just, like, he goes to the bathroom and he's just, like, I think it's, like, maybe right after he meets Ramona. And he's just kind of in a daze.
Yeah.
And he's just, like he takes a piss and he, like, lazily washes his hands and, like, barely rubs his wet hands on the towel. Like,
there's two towels and he just, like, kind of touches them loosely and then walks out of the bathroom. It's like
just
the most
silly, man.
It's like the most half-ass. If you're out there, you're listening to this, and you're old enough to have kids. It's how your kid washes their hands.
Yeah,
that's what it is. When they're covered in fucking slobber and sucker juice and Cheerio crumbs. That's how your kids wash their hands. It's fucking pretty funny.
So we were talking about the movie set. So another of Ramona's evil exes is played by Chris Evans.
Right.
And it's fucking awesome, dude.
Right.
He is so good in this.
He's got like super extreme eyebrows that are like, they're super pointy. They make him look mega aggressive.
But like the first shot of him is a trailer for his movie. And it is fucking hilarious.
Next click is me hanging up the phone. The click after that, it's me pulling the trigger, or whatever it is.
Yeah. It looks like a banger. I would watch it.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah.
But it's funny because like Scott's about to fight this guy, and Chris Evans has a coffee cup with no lid, and he crushes it.
Right.
To try to be like a badass. That was just a funny thing to me.
Yeah,
like,
dude. The whole scene's so funny, man. And he's just a badass on a skateboard. He's like,
he's got my own fucking skateboard company, bro.
Whatever he says. He has all his stunt doubles fight Scott Pilgrim for him.
Yeah, and Scott's probably not on, even if he was to fight. Or well, they did fight a little bit, I think.
Well, pretty much Chris Evans kicks Scott Pilgrim's ass.
Right.
And then Scott goads him into doing a really long grind.
Yeah, on a skateboard.
Where Chris Evans breaks the sound barrier and I guess Rick rips his nutsack open doing a skateboard trick. But
ouch.
So the video game thing, there's lots of really cool video game sound effects and visuals to go with this. And when Scott Pilgrim defeats one of the Eagle X's, they like burst into change.
Coins, yeah.
And I love, dude, that looks so smooth.
Yeah, it looks good.
I love it.
And this is, we're talking about what did we say?
2010.
11-year-old movie.
11-year-old film.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that it looks good.
It surprises me a little bit that it looks that good.
Yeah.
Because it really does.
It just works.
The effect where Scott kicks somebody's ass and they like burst into coins, it looks fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really, really good stuff.
It's very visually appealing.
One of my favorite roles in this is actually Kieran Culkin's character.
Yeah.
Who plays Scott's gay roommate.
His roommate, yeah.
Yeah. He's very, very funny because there would be lots of bits where they're all sleeping in a bed. And Scott will lift up, and then Kieran Culkin lifts up, and then there's like two more guys in the bed that are just over there sleeping with Kieran Culkin.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Yeah.
He's great in this.
Yeah,
sure.
It's
a great,
really good comic relief.
Yeah. There's a bit where Knives comes over,
and
he's still. I don't think he broke up with her yet, but Kieran answers the door, and she's like, "Is Scott here?" And you see Scott like jump out the window.
Right. She's like, "No, you just missed him. And then he walks through the background. It's fucking,
I don't know.
There's a lot of clever comedy in this
Yeah.
that you expect from Edgar Wright. If you've ever seen like the Cornetto trilogy, which is your Shaun of the Dead, your Hot Fuzz, and At World's End, you can see a lot of. his brand of visual gag.
Yeah.
And I think they're very smart, and I like watching them.
It's great. A lot of it reminds me, and if you know me, which you know me a little bit, a lot of the comedy
for a couple of months now.
A lot of the comedy reminds me of older spoof movies, like from like the 70s, 80s.
You talking about like your Naked Gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just some of that like silly, goofy humor. And I love that shit, man. I eat that up all the time.
You okay, man? Yeah, I'm just nervous. First time? No, I've been nervous lots of times. that kind of shit.
Yeah. Cigarette? Yeah, I know.
Yes, exactly. I tell you what, man, even watching this thing after all this time, knowing that Brie Larson is in this,
you just keep kind of forget that.
I'm like,
oh yeah, she's in it.
Well, when you see her, I'm like, that's Brie Larson, because she's really doing like a what would you call that? Like a sexy kind of steamy. Oh. Ooh. She's doing that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That bit, and it's very, very convincing, but it seems very off-brand for her.
Yeah,
but she's so good at it,
right? And she plays Scott's ex-girlfriend,
right?
And she's in a band.
I cannot remember her name, but her band's name is Clash at Demon Head.
Yeah.
Oh, and she is banging the bass player of her new band.
Yeah.
Who's a vegan.
Yeah, he is.
Which, being a vegan, gives you superpowers.
Apparently.
Until they find out that, you drank half and half, and then Clifton Collins Jr. comes out of nowhere.
He does. Oh, my God.
Gelato's not vegan?
Milk and eggs, bitch.
And they have, like, the vegan police they use their fingers as guns, and they've got, like, little lasers coming out the...
Yeah, actual finger guns that have lasers coming out of them. Oh man, it's so funny. The camera work in this is just insane. Like the angles during the fights and stuff is great.
So good. Another one of my favorite bits is after Scott gets to make out with Ramona, maybe for like the first time or whatever. They do like a Seinfeld thing. Yeah, that's so fucking funny, dude.
It is really good. It is really good because they're just doing Seinfeld, but Scott is Kramer.
He just like slides in the apartment,
and the studio audience is like, yeah.
There's so much good comedy in this, man.
Another thing I really liked in this that I forget is in it, because I've seen several other things with her in it. Allison Pill.
Yeah. She's the drummer of Scott's band.
Oh, sorry, I'm not talking about Allison Pill. I'm talking about... I do like Allison Pill, though. I'm talking about Mae Whitman. Mae Whitman, because there's a long-running joke in it. He'll be like, oh, I gotta fight your seven evil ex-boyfriends, and she's like, exes. And she corrects him several times. He's like, whatever. And finally he gets mad. He's like, why do you keep correcting me? And then Mae Whitman comes to fight him, and she used to be Ramona's girlfriend. She's like, it was just a phase.
It's just
but their fight is really entertaining.
Yeah, because Ramona fights her a little bit first.
Right, where she pulls her hammer out of she's got a giant fucking mallet in her tiny little handbag.
Which is awesome.
It is really good. And that's a bit that carries over from the video game. So that's it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you have any other favorite parts of this that you wanted to touch on?
There's just other silly little things that, like I said, that kind of remind me of old school spoof humor. There's a bit where Scott calls his sister, and his sister's at work.
Yeah.
But he calls her from a payphone that's literally right outside of her work.
Because he's at a payphone, Ryan.
And he's like, all right, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah. Hangs up and just walks right in her work.
Last thing, one of my favorite parts is when he goes to fight the final evil ex,
Jason
Schwartzman.
Yeah.
He's like, no, because I love her. Scott earned the power of love.
Yeah.
And a giant flaming sword bursts out of his chest, and he loses.
Yeah.
But he got a one up from a previous fight.
Yep.
So he's in limbo or whatever, and then he redoes the level again. He goes back into this place and he's punching everybody, and he's like, listen, skipping all this shit, we're not doing this. Fuck you. I got beef, we're gonna fight. Scott earned the power of self-respect. And it's like a purple glowing flaming sword this time. I thought that was really the way that it's done is really clever.
That was fun.
Yeah. Because love's great, but self-respect is it's better.
Yeah. There is a bit, so going back a little bit to when he had to fight Ramona's ex-girlfriend, Ramona tells him how to defeat her.
Oh yeah,
and all he has to do is
the back of her knee.
Yeah, he's like, but what? Because they're doing like a slow-mo bit.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know. Touches the back of her knee and she just instantly fucking gets off.
Yeah.
Is Mae Whitman who played Anne in Arrested Development? Because I think it is. And I wonder if that's how she got the part, knowing Michael Cera from their time in Arrested Development, which is years prior.
You know what? I'm not sure about that.
Let me find out. Yeah, she did 15 episodes of Arrested Development.
Huh.
That's bland.
That's bland. Yep.
Yeah.
Her?
I tell you, her? She likes to take a hard-boiled egg and put it in her mouth and squeeze a whole packet of mayonnaise in there. She calls it a mayon egg. She's so cute.
Oh, she's so cute.
Alicia watches, and I watched quite a bit of it also. I thought it was actually pretty entertaining. A show called Bad Girls that Mae Whitman's also in. And she plays like a can't get it together, kind of like horny single mom.
Okay. Horny moms.
Horny moms.
Horny single moms.
Actually, in your local area. Not you, Birdman, but you listening, wherever you are. There are horny moms in your area that are trying to get your ween.
So, anyways. Yeah, we get to the end of the film. Scott's got to fight Gideon. He eventually kicks his ass.
After he earns the power of self-respect.
With the help of his ex-girlfriend, Knives.
Knives Chow.
And you think for a second that they're going to get back together.
I kind of thought... my other favorite part is when he's like, he has to fight Nega Scott.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So it's like, there's a thing where they play like a dance game. It's Dance Revolution, only
Basically.
It's ninjas.
Yeah.
And there's a bit where they get to Nega Ninja, and he's like, I can never beat this guy, so he doesn't even try. So it gets to Nega Scott, and he's like, I'll see you guys outside. This is something I have to do on my own. So Ramona and Knives are outside waiting for him, and he comes out, and it's just him and Nega Scott. They're coming out, and they got their coats on, and he's like, all right, man, well, yeah, I'll see you. It's really great catching up. Be like, oh, yeah, no, we're going to go get a bagel and some coffee next Tuesday. Super nice guy.
Don't even fight.
No.
I love it. It's so funny.
And he actually looked pretty terrifying, even though it's just like a negative.
It's a negative version of Scott.
It's just a negative with red eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty unsettling looking, because Michael Cera is kind of creepy looking anyway. That's his gimmick, though.
I love the running bit where anyone who ever says that his hair's looking a little shaggy, it switches back to him and he's got a hat on.
Right. Did you see the thing about the haircut or whatever? There's a little thing in there where it says that, Scott, his ex-girlfriend, he got a haircut, and then she left him that day.
Yeah.
Because he thought it was a bad haircut.
Yeah.
And then he's been cutting his own hair ever since.
Yes.
So every time somebody's like, your hair's getting shaggy. Like, weird. He puts on a hat.
Yeah.
It's funny shit.
Yeah. So we get a little bit of a happy ending with Scott and Ramona. They get back together.
They go through a magic door.
Yeah. Happy ending.
Yeah, and that's
Voila.
it. That's it. He defeated all the seven evil.
The seven, which 2 of those were twins, right? Wasn't there like a bit where it was like a Japanese duo?
Yeah.
They were in a band.
Japanese jam off.
Yeah, they had like a jam.
Amp versus amp.
Amp versus amp.
That's never been a thing.
They had essentially a real battle of the bands. Right?
Yeah. It's like the Japanese guys they're like doing like techno music, and they have a big dragon that comes out of their amps. I thought it was a cool effect.
Yeah.
And then Sex Bob-omb has a King Kong kind of looking thing.
Something.
It's like a gorilla hairy monster.
Maybe. Something like that.
It's probably a bob, I guess. So they battle it out like that. That would be an awful concert to be at.
Yeah.
That would sound like trash.
Oh, yeah.
Like a hot dumpster fire.
What has happened? I would leave immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a hot trash bag with a dead raccoon in it. And like late July. Just the dog days.
Whew.
maybe second week of August. Just stank.
Stank.
Woo.
Oh.
All
right, so ratings, go.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I love this movie. It's a comfort movie for me. Really, I would give it a 9.5, but I feel like I'm partial to it because it is a comfort film for me.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that makes me detract anything from this is really the musical number.
Yeah.
That's really it. The rest of this movie, I think, is just fun as fuck.
Yeah.
It's a fun little adventure. The effects are fun. The sound effects are great. The music's great. The casting's great. The directing is phenomenal. I really don't have anything negative to say about it. I am going to bump it up to a 9, right in between the 9.5 and 8.5. So
I was actually going to go 8.5. I'm going to stick with 8.5.
Okay.
You're going 9?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you wanted to echo about this?
I don't think so, man. I think it's a great film. It's really well cast. There's lots of good fight sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the video game stuff really worked. Like video game / comic book stuff just really, it works well. They did it well. Yeah, it's just a fun movie.
Yeah. You know what's not a fun movie? Probably Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, starring Nicolas Cage from whatever fucking year it came out. We'll come back with more information on that after we watch it, and then you can listen to us take a big old shit on it, but we'll tell you kind of what it was about.
Maybe.
I bet it's about him being like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have sold my soul for this sick fucking motorcycle. Is it just me, or is it hot in here?
Dollar Gun Club.
Dollar Gun Club? What's that like?
What's that like?
Let's figure it out as we go.
Hey,
man. Knock it off.
Knock it off. You knock it off. Get out of my head. Hey, brother, you want to shoot some guns this weekend?
Reckon. Well, I'd like to, but I'm afraid I just ain't got the guns for it.
Yeah, you running a little low on cash?
Hell, man. I've been selling grapes. I've been selling ears of corn by the side of the road. So, yep, business is slow.
Well, hell, I know just the thing for that.
What is it?
Dollar Gun Club.
Well, hell, I ain't got much, but I got $1. What's it get you?
Guns.
Cool. How much is it?
Well, I reckon it's about $1.
I got about $1.
No tax involved.
Yep.
You like shooting guns. What is your favorite gun? What's your favorite gun to shoot there, brother?
Well, normally I just take my $1 down to the church and get some mouth pussy from the pastor. I like 12 gauge.
Hell yeah, hell right, brother.
Hell, I like a 270, a 38 E Special,
38 odd specials,
38 odd, 10 odd, 2 odd, ocelot.
Hey, brother, you want a bush? You want a bush light?
You got one in there? Well, listen, man. I'm burning this tire in my yard, and I want to know more.
Yeah.
Where would I go?
To find
online.
dollargunclub.com.org.
Hell yeah.
I picture like getting guns that are obviously cheap as fuck and a lot of people getting hurt.
Special thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams. Please check out his latest project at suns.bandcamp.com. That is sunds.bandcamp.com. Thanks to Lamplighter Productions for our artwork. Please check out more of their stuff on Instagram at lamplighter_productions_IL. First time listener? We're anywhere podcasts are found, but if you don't subscribe to any of those services, listen to the show for free on our website. It's just the number 2 movies.buzzsprout.com. That's it's just 2 movies.buzzsprout.com. Want to get in touch with the show? Email us at itsjust2movies@gmail.com or find us on Twitter or Instagram at itsjust2movies. Want to support the show? Great. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe on whatever platform tickles your fancy. So anyway, back to the show. All right, bitches. We're back. We're back, baby. We're back, baby. Whether you fucking like it or not.
You probably don't.
Probably not into
probably...
it. Do you have budget stuff for this thing?
So, we just watched
Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance.
From 2011.
Scott received the power of vengeance.
Nick Cage received the power of vengeance.
Oh, God.
So the budget for this film was $57 million.
It shows.
What do you think this movie made?
17,
without looking.
17. I'm not looking. $17,000. I don't know. 10 mil, 20 mil, 25.
Okay. Budget of $57 million. You think it made $25 million?
God, did it make money?
It made a lot of money.
It made a lot of money. Ghost Rider: The Spirit of Vengeance made a lot of money. How much?
The second Ghost Rider film in the series, and I did not watch the first. This movie made $132 million.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
We just talked about...
I mean, I'm not going to lie. A bunch of the CGI in this looks pretty fucking good.
It's not bad.
Like, a bunch of it looks pretty cool.
I would say half. I would say half of it looks okay.
I'd say like 70%.
You're going to give it 70?
Like slightly more than half
on
the CGI. Here's the thing is the things that look bad stand out way more.
So
like like Idris Elba flying backwards off that cliff, that looks fucking awful.
That was bad.
But just like the general, like the Ghost Rider aesthetic and the motorcycle and the flames and shit, I thought it all looked pretty good.
Towards the end, I feel like it started to get a little silly with like the smoke from the bike.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah. Don't worry. Where it makes up in special effects, it definitely lacks in story. This movie has a 4.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 18 on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 34 on Metacritic. Now, you might be wondering why we watched this instead of the first Ghost Rider movie. 2 main reasons. Number 1, this one is shorter. And number 2, it's worse.
Right.
And that's salient.
I say like right, but I haven't seen the first one. You have.
It's okay. It's a PG rendering of a thing that needs to be
rated R.
TVMA or rated R at the very least.
That's because the second one is also PG-13, and it's a movie that needs to be rated R.
Yeah, it needs to be darker and grittier and more CGI forward. For the time frame that this was made, I would say double the budget.
Yeah. For
special effects. You just I guess I should just shut my fucking mouth though, because this made a ton of money.
It did, and that's fine and dandy, but it fucking sucks. Like, this is a really bad movie.
Yeah. It's got Nicolas Cage, Idris Elba, Ciarán Hinds, Johnny Whitworth, Christopher Lambert, Fergus Reardon, and I'm gonna butcher this lady's name, Violante Placido.
That's it. You got it.
It's probably right. Just don't Google it. Just don't Google a pronunciation guide for it. I'm sure what I said was correct.
Can you give us a rundown of the story? Or no?
I can try.
Okay.
I can try my best. So Johnny Blaze is a fucking Ghost Rider, and he's got bones and fire. It's Hot Skeleton Man is what this movie is, but instead of being on horseback,
Yeah.
and has all kinds of weapons. He has a chain, and he is on a motorcycle.
Right.
But it's Hot Skeleton Man because everybody's solution to this is, fuck, shoot it. That's it. It's still the same fucking movie. Yeah. You can't just shoot
a skeleton.
An animated skeleton. I wouldn't even try it. I'd be like, I don't know, fucking run around it and say prayers or something. I don't know. It's an animated skeleton. What else are you gonna do?
Listen, I'm a coward. I would just run away.
Yeah, I probably would run away. There's some bits where it actually would have been pretty easy for some of the characters to run away, but they didn't.
Nick Cage would have been like, that's funny. He's running away. I'm just gonna let him go. He's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it starts out in a weird monastery that has a lot of screens and guns for being a monastery. There's a handsome Joaquin Phoenix knockoff guy, and there's a lady that maybe she's born with it, but it's probably Maybelline because she is wearing a lot of mascara.
Yep. The most of the budget, I think, was spent on her mascara.
It could have been.
I think it was like $30 million on the mascara.
Yeah. And they ordered it all from Sherwin-Williams.
Right.
Paint the world. Idris Elba tells Johnny Blaze, "Hey, you gotta rescue a boy, and I'll give you your soul back." And he's like, "Fuck, I'm Hot Skeleton Man. Here I go." He inexplicably wakes up in a hospital at some point and hits on the nurse.
But the boy is the devil's son?
The boy is, all right, maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
She also did a deal with the devil, just like Johnny Blaze, but that deal was impregnate me with your devil seed.
Okay. And
I will not have to put makeup on ever again. I think was her deal. There's a lot of weird camera angles in this.
Yeah, no, you going back to the bit where he wakes up in a Romanian hospital.
Yeah.
And he's asking for drugs.
He's asking for a lot of drugs.
Yeah, all of them.
Like by name brand.
Yeah.
Got that.
And she's like, "Oh, no, we don't have that.
I want that Pfizer. Let me get that good shit."
I got that Pfizer.
I got stock in Pfizer. Hook me up.
She walks away and he just raids the medicine cabinet that's not locked.
No, it's in a glass, very dainty wooden cabinet that is unlocked. That's where they keep all their narcotics in this hospital. And right next to the beds.
Yeah. Where the patient could just that's what I need.
Reach over and go, "I'll take a little bit of that."
That's literally what I need. Mm-hmm. I see it. Just give it to me.
It's got really bizarre spots in it. They're like, people don't think practically. But I think generally they do when they watch a movie. Like, I see a little thing like that. Him just walking straight up to an unlocked cabinet full of narcotics.
Right.
Seems...
And
like, he doesn't smash it open. I need you to understand. He doesn't smash it open. He just opens it. Yeah, he just opens it like a medicine cabinet in your bathroom. Maybe. Unless you have the Fort Knox of medicine cabinets in your bathroom, which would be weird.
So I have here the second time that Nicolas Cage turns into the, quote unquote, the Ghost Rider. It's just fucking silly. It looks like Disturbed, the band Disturbed. It looks like one of their music videos or something.
Okay.
Like he's just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like I
generally would start with an ooh, wah, ah, ah, ah.
Oh, yes. Yes. The common man's phrase.
Right. Yeah, it's this whole movie is like a Disturbed music MTV music video.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it really is.
That's what it is.
Hey, you guys like fucking fire and grit,
bullets and skulls
fucking
and
bullets.
Fucking
shoot it.
I don't know. You hungry? You want
I'm
some?
Satan, how are you so powerful? There's a whole lot. There's like a 30-minute fucking sound clip somebody cut for this that's just... We thought it was like vampires and zombies.
So
and
many times in this movie, I thought it was going to turn into a vampire.
There's going to be vampires, which is not impossible because it's a Marvel property, so they could have a crossover with like Morbius or whatever. There's vampires,
right? I don't know if we even ever really fully explained the storyline.
Do you experience joint pain? Shortness of breath?
we should do like
intense hunger? Do you break out in an inexplicable AC/DC vocal voice? Does your flesh cease to exist and give way to molten hot fire from hell?
Wait.
Then you might be Hot Skeleton Man.
And now a brief word from our sponsors.
Do you experience chest pain? Shortness of breath? Intense hunger? Do you break out in inexplicable AC/DC vocal voices? Is your flesh consumed by the fires of hell while you ride on a motorcycle, consuming the souls of the guilty? Bayer aspirin. I don't know what else to say. Some side effects of Bayer aspirin include not clenching your hand several times intensely in a close-up. There's Rot Dude.
Yeah, so there's a rotten man. The devil turns his...
He's handsome, low-rent Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
That has the cheekbone structure of what's his name? We've been hitting the summer break a little hard. Thank God it's all summer, am I right?
So... I have here that a vampire eats a Twinkie.
He does. He does too. He's pissed off about it. He's like eating it wrapper and all. Because he rots everything he touches.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to eat bread.
He's a rotten man.
He's trying to eat bread. He can't do it because it rots from the time he picks it up till the time he puts it in his mouth. Tries to eat an apple. Can't do it. It's rotten. Twinkie? Shit, that plastic wrapper lasts forever, I guess.
Dude, Twinkies can handle some shit.
There's a guy doing a stoppie on a motorcycle.
Oh, that's Nick Cage with his boy Danny, right?
Yep.
You're in this film, right?
I'm in this film. I'm the boy named Danny, which is there's a boy named Danny in lots of movies. I don't know why it's such a popular trope.
I think it's a safe name. Danny. Yeah. Danny boy.
Yep.
Yep.
You going there? For all you saying the pipes are calling, go fuck yourself. We've
Fucking
all
hate you.
heard it. Everybody named Danny, we've all fucking heard it. We know that you... Oh, well, it's crazy. You know that song? I've never heard that song before. We all fucking have heard it.
That right there?
Yeah.
How that annoys you?
Yeah.
You know what annoys me as a bass player?
Yeah?
A slap at the bass.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Because what do you
Everybody
play?
does it?
I play bass.
Oh,
fucking like slap at a bass, man. That's fucking hilarious, dude. No, it's not. Because I've heard that.
Yeah, that's
50 times.
That's a pretty common one. Christopher Lambert gets rotted.
I thought it was Lambert.
Listen, man, I thought it fucking was Lambert. So I want to look up how does Christopher Lambert pronounce Christopher Lambert? Because I think it's Lambert.
Lambert.
Or
You think it's Lambert or Lambert?
I've never heard it anywhere else. I thought it was Lambert for the longest time. And then I heard it somewhere that it was Lambert. And wherever or whenever I heard it, it was convincing enough that I just thought it was Lambert. But anyway.
All right.
Christopher Lambert.
He
gets rotted. And then there's ninja cops. There's a car fight. And the kid gives the Dark Rider back to Nick Cage, and then he slams the devil to hell, which is probably a pretty ineffective place to slam the devil to.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he's weak on Earth. Well, of course.
But he's...
So
yeah.
send him to kick his ass so bad that you put him back to where he's stronger. It didn't, story-wise, didn't make a whole lot of sense. Whatever, though.
Yeah,
I can forgive that. So what would you do to make this a better but less profitable movie? Because that seems to be the trend. I don't understand why Scott Pilgrim lost money and this thing made so much fucking money.
Yeah, it kind of boggles the mind. But I think we think of this as a bad film. It made a lot of money. I'm not really sure why. It was 2011.
Visual effects, I assume. And the fact that it's a comic book movie about like a gritty
maybe
offshoot comic book character.
This could work so well.
I don't know why Nick Cage is in this.
Yeah.
That's my biggest ask is why is he in this though? Cuz I don't know as much about the lore of Johnny Blaze.
Ghost Rider.
As I probably should, but I just feel like that's clearly, that can't be it. That can't be dream casting for this.
Who do you have a good...
Like anybody? Yeah. Michael Cera?
That's
no,
funny.
I mean, I guess if I could pick anybody I wanted, you need somebody who's very like all American, Evel Knievel style. If I get anybody I want for the money they spent on this, I'd have got Brad Pitt.
Damn, just going fucking heavy hitter.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they went Nicolas Cage in whatever year they made this fucking piece of shit.
2011. Well, they made it in, I assume, 2010.
Yeah, probably 2009, 2010, whatever. Yeah, released in 2011. But, yeah, sure, why not? Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as a stuntman is fucking awesome. He's a convincing person in that field. I don't know who else to pick for that. Well, if you're gonna make it in 2000, I was gonna say you could probably pull off like an Armie Hammer. But not in 2011, I don't think.
Do you see all that shit about Armie Hammer?
Uh-uh.
How he's just like a fucking crazy person? Which doesn't surprise me. He's an actor.
In movies and shit. Yeah. Yeah, he fakes people out for a living.
Allegedly.
Okay.
There was some shit about
what's
him.
Allegedly the shit about him?
That he was like into like cannibalism and pretty heavy.
Okay.
Pretty heavy stuff.
So like some real sorry to bother you kind of shit.
Yep. Right on
turning people into Equisapiens.
Right on the nail there. Right on the hammer. The nail
the jade
and the hammer.
Jade door, not the olive door.
Okay.
Yeah.
But seriously, I think this could be a good film. I know that it made money. This film made money, but I think they could remake this and make it fucking badass. There are a lot of scenes that don't need to be as long as they are. Yeah. It's because they were just looking for filler. Like, hey, all right, we need to put filler in. Well, let's do filler of Ghost Rider just like looking around, chewing up some scenery. So they did that throughout the whole movie. It might be like 8 minutes. But how long was this movie? Hour and a half? It was like hour, yeah. Yeah, hour and a half. If throughout the whole movie, if you cut out 8 minutes of just Ghost Rider looking around, then it would be an hour 20, which doesn't feel like a full-length feature. So I wonder if that's some of it? Yeah. But it needs to be, like, grosser. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, for sure. What about John Bernthal as Ghost Rider? Ooh, shit, I like that. Yeah, but I already like him as Punisher. I know. He's already Punisher. If it comes to taking him out of his Punisher role to make him Ghost Rider, I don't want to do it. No. But
if I can have my cake and eat it too, I really like John Bernthal.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah, he really is. And man, Nick Cage has just got it cranked to 11.
No, dude, he's so heavy.
For this, he's fucking... he's breathing hard, like he's on the verge of nutting, like all the time. It is noticeable and kind of uncomfortable how much he's out of breath for all of his lines.
I wonder if a lot of it is directorial.
I don't know who directed this.
So this was directed by Mark Neveldine.
Has he done anything else of note?
He did. Well, he was a producer. Actually, okay, no, he was producer, director, writer on Gamer. The movie Gamer.
Oh, I like that movie. I mean, it's not fucking awesome, but
it was okay.
Yeah, I liked it. It was fun.
I liked Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, I was going to say Michael C. Hall was my favorite part of it.
He plays such a good villain.
Yeah, he really does.
Because he also plays a villain in Game Night.
Yep.
And he's just kind of not, I don't know if I'd say creepy, but like kind of like unsettling, I guess.
Kind of skeezed out, I guess, or
something.
I don't know. What's the word the kids use? Is he a glizzy?
A hot dog? Is he a hot dog?
A bit of a.
And I only know that because you just told me what it was.
Some kind of a hot dog. I had to Google it.
What do you want, a fucking hot dog?
I Googled what a glizzy is. All right, if that dates me.
He did Crank. Mark Neveldine did Crank. All of these movies make sense for him directing.
Is that like a public omission, or
for him directing Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah,
which is an awesome title.
Spirit of Flatulence.
Oh,
that's him on his motorcycle. It just makes fart noises.
It goes like really. It goes really slow because it's powered by farts.
Oh yeah. He downshifts. It's like. Yes.
And we're 12, or however old you think we are, where we would be making jokes about farts.
Yeah, and being 12. So 12 or 48.
All right. As far as storyline, if we could get whoever we wanted, this story, like, I will give it.
It's not, but it is a story.
No, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, it's a story that is coherent, so that's fine. It's not a good story by any means.
Not really.
But I will give it props to say that they made a story.
Yeah, they did make a coherent thing.
Yeah. But the first one was about his father, I guess?
It's about him becoming Ghost Rider, pretty much.
Right. The origin story, if you will.
Yeah, they speed it up. It goes quicker, but yeah, that's essentially what's going on. Is him figuring out the rules of being Ghost Rider.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I wouldn't either. I've already seen it, and I wouldn't.
Yeah.
If I could go tell me from the past, I'd be like, maybe skip that one.
I had no interest in this whole franchise. I was just Nick Cage. Nah, I'm good.
They are. Marvel did greenlight a MCU accurate representation of Ghost Rider, though, so they are going to try to wrap it in at some point.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you tell me that earlier?
No.
Didn't.
We were talking about the Fantastic Four because we were thinking about watching Fantastic Four for the show, and I was like, I'm not sitting through that shit a second time. It's fucking total trash. Like, it's total trash to the point to where it's also not entertaining.
Which is crazy to me because...
Yeah. And it starts out being a pretty good movie that just doesn't need to be a Fantastic Four movie.
The one from 2015, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it starts out okay.
You know who directed that?
Who?
Josh Trank.
Josh Trank.
who
I fucking know that name from
Yeah, you
something
do.
else. What else did he do?
he made a really good film. It's called Chronicle.
Chronicle. Oh, that's about the guy that's like flying in the air or whatever.
The 3 kids that get superpowers.
Telekinetic powers or whatever. Yeah, that is a pretty decent
Pretty good.
flick. Yeah.
Uh,
I think the thing that was good about Chronicle was the fact that it was an original idea. Like I hadn't seen it before.
yeah, for sure.
Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, I've definitely seen before.
Unfortunately.
And I don't mean as the movie Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. I just mean this is Terminator 2.
Yeah.
It's Terminator 2, but instead of being a Terminator, he's a demon.
He's a demon.
And it's Nick Cage.
And we've got the devil and the devil's son.
I kind of liked the representation of the devil and the guy that played the devil. I thought he was fine.
Oh, you mean the guy that was having a stroke for the entire film?
Yeah, the guy that they cast him mid-stroke.
Played by,
It's pronounced Lambert.
Played by Sarah Helms.
Yeah. Yep. That's the guy.
That's him.
I guess if
Also,
I guess if I did have my choice of recast,
yeah. Lay it on me, Big Daddy.
I guess if I did have my choice of a recast, I'd probably go with like J.K. Simmons or Alfred Molina.
J.K. Simmons for the devil.
The devil.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, I think Alfred Molina would be good too because he's kind of like goblin-y looking. He has kind of a goblin-y face. I don't mean that as a derogatory term. Any goblins out there listening to this, you'll know that I fully support equal goblin rights.
Stop. Alfred Molina, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know that face.
Alfred Molina gets pretty fucking intense.
I like J.K. Simmons.
You like J.K. Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking horny, as the kids say.
That's fucking horny. The kids don't say that. They should, though. I'd like for that to become teenager slang. Hey, you guys try
Wait,
that.
we're teenagers, though. So we could start that.
Yeah, we could. We're starting it right now. Like, hey, man, you want a slice of this apple pie? And be like, oh, that's fucking horny, baby. That's horny as fuck.
No, it's horny AF, Danny.
Yeah, horny AF. That is straight horny, dog.
HRNY.
Herny?
Because you gotta shorten it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't.
What if you do it like a pronunciation guide? Like you put the long O symbol? Horny. I guess that'd be hoony. Well, I don't know. We're not pronunciation experts, as you can tell.
We're getting off topic here a little bit.
Is there anything else that you'd change about this or like any other recast? So you got J.K. Simmons.
Yep.
You got Brad Pitt.
I don't know.
You're not done with the Brad Pitt?
No, I'm not doing that.
What didn't you say a different
I like
one?
John Bernthal.
Oh, yeah.
But I understand
that's
that
right.
he is
That's
the
right.
Punisher.
John Bernthal. We're going to do J.K. Simmons.
As the devil.
As the devil.
And then we're gonna do you as the kid, Danny.
I can be the kid. Just a full grown, questionably aged man. I'll be like, I'm Danny. Ooh.
Look at me.
When you pee, is it fire, Mr. Skeleton Man? You're real skeleton man.
Real scary.
If I could recast one of the thugs, I'd get Michael Rooker to just be like, he's got a machine gun, and fucking Ghost Rider's like, hungry. And Michael Rooker would be like, I don't know, you hungry? You want some? Shoot it! Just fucking shoot it! It'd just be a little hat tip to Skeleton Man. As a director, that'd be a directorial choice.
You know who should be in this movie? Chris Christopherson. From the fucking Blade series.
Yeah.
Somewhere he should be in this movie.
Get you suckheads at a bad time. He's the best part of the whole Blade franchise.
Yep.
So fuck you to anybody that tells me a different thing. Yeah, I made this from solid plutonium. It happens to be be passing electrical current through it, and it makes something that you might call garlic. Oh, sorry I catch you at a bad time. That's like his whole fucking spiel. He gives you big long sciencey shit while he's limping because he's got his one leg all wrapped up like a gordita.
Like a gordita.
I first found Blade when he was just a boy.
You get you suckheads at a bad time.
That's what he says all the time.
I know, I love it.
Listen, Blade. I mean to catch you at a bad time.
Just always sucking his teeth.
Yeah. Woo, I don't know. I haven't seen the Blade movies in forever, but I'm sure that's what's going on. I fucking guarantee you he says I catch you at a bad time.
We almost did Blade Trinity, so you're welcome. We'll do it eventually.
I'll do it right now.
Okay.
I'll be Chris Christopherson. You be Wesley Snipes, and we'll get Alicia in here to be Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, God damn it.
Yep, it's a photon laser cannon. Pure Colombian sunlight. Walk into the bathroom and he's doing cocaine and he'll be like, you caught me at a bad time in my life. I've hit rock bottom.
I do need help.
I think I'm hunting vampires.
But I ain't quite sure. I've done so much cocaine that my eyesight isn't that great.
Welcome to Joshua Tree. I catch you at a bad time. Yeah, right. I'm down with putting. We'll swap out Christopher Lambert with Chris Christopherson, and he can just say
he can be the monk that was in this film.
He can just be like, "Hey, bonehead, I catch you at a bad time," and then he can shoot him with a rocket launcher, and then get turned to dust or whatever.
But he's a good guy, though.
Chris Christopherson is.
Yeah, because it wasn't the monk.
Maybe he could be the Jesus bread. There's a bit where there's Jesus bread. He puts Ghost Rider into the body of Christ, which is bread.
So yeah, Idris Elba.
I went to the toilet.
Idris Elba makes Ghost Rider confess his sins. This movie has a lot of religious, I don't know, what would you call it?
Bullshit.
There we go.
I mean, for the sake of Hollywood, that's it's just made up bullshit for the sake of the movie.
Right.
They're just using words from religions that you may be familiar with, but the concept of it all is just horseshit.
Right. So Idris Elba breaks out some bread, which is supposed to be the body of Christ.
Yeah. Turns out it's one Hostess hamburger bun. He breaks it into two bits. It's like but it came from a 6-pack, but he's got an 8-pack of burgers, so.
Well, I mean, Hostess has the most standing. Come on.
What do? Makes you wonder bread.
Oh,
easy, all right,
Dad.
Wonder Bread and Hostess. Contact us at us2movies@gmail.com.
Go fuck yourself.
Add us just 2 movies on Twitter and the gram, bitch. You bread having motherfuckers, bacon sons of bitches.
We have not done well on this film. It was not great. It was fun. It was not great. As far as that.
A bunch of vampire noises. Most of it.
So should we make this? Should we turn this into a vampire film? Like Ghost Rider has to fight vampires?
I would just take out the vampire noises. Like, you don't need them. You don't need them for anything. There's no, like, little demons flying through the air or anything. It's just a bunch of human people and Ghost Rider and inexplicable, like, demon squeals.
So you're keeping the story the same? You want to keep the fucking story?
I don't really care about changing it.
Yeah.
Like,
just make it.
It wasn't great. I guess I would pass it through a rewrite, but I mean, Jesus Christ, what? This is it's because I said Jesus Christ. He said, "Hey, Dad, it's me, you."
Story's fine, whatever. Who fucking cares?
I guess pass it through a rewrite just to make it a little less hokey.
What about a director though?
Because it is kind of hokey.
Yeah, we need a better director though, for sure, and a different cameraman. Like,
can I use a cop out and just get Edgar Wright? Edgar Wright's got more comedy vibes going on.
Yeah, that would be
though.
a really...
I'd
we need
get,
a dark, gritty, like...
Who did... No, that's too funny.
Denis Villeneuve.
Every time. The ultimate cop-out. Get Denis to do it.
We just do that every time.
I'd have a couple of drinks with Denis. I bet he's cool. Denis, if you want to come on the show,
Villeneuve.
at itsjustamovie@gmail.com. All right, maybe not John Bernthal, but what about...
David Spade.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Oh my god.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
What about Brolin?
Josh Brolin.
What about him?
Jonah Flex.
Jonah Flex. If I get down and give her some of that bony...
I don't think I like that.
Some of that bony Jonah sex. Not into it?
No.
All right.
I don't think that works.
Okay.
I don't
Fine.
think Josh Brolin translates well to the comic book superhero genre.
You don't like him as Thanos? I mean, Thanos? Or as Cable in the Deadpool stuff?
Shit. I forgot about that. All right. I take that back completely. I just don't think
his whole vibe as Cable in the Deadpool the Deadpool franchise.
Yeah,
I think he could definitely pull off a...
He works as a villain. Is Ghost Rider? I guess he's kind of.
He's like an anti-hero. Ghost Rider's not the conical problem with it is the character Johnny Blaze is a decent guy. He's kind of a sleazebag, but he's not a bad dude. But,
I guess.
But Ghost Rider is a different entity. The Rider is a different entity entirely.
He can't control what he does as a
right.
What would you call him? Like a demon, or
he's like a corporeal fucking entity. I don't fucking know. He can't control him though. It just kind of does what it wants.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking too much of Jonah Hex as far as Josh Brolin goes.
Oh, gotcha.
And I think that tainted my.
It taints.
It
for
taints.
sure.
That fucking taints hard.
Yeah. You ever lick another person's taint?
No.
It's like watching Jonah Hex.
That's a fucking Jonah Flex right there, bro.
Ooh, tell you
damn.
what, lay your old lady
like
down,
that.
get her some Jonah sex.
Oh.
So that's good enough for the girls I date. What would you give this as a regular old movie?
Ooh. If I turn this movie on at fucking 1 a.m. and decided to watch the whole thing for some reason.
Yep. Then it'd be 2:30.
Yep, that is math.
Nailed it.
He's got it. I am gonna give it a 2.3.
That's pretty fair. I was gonna go 3.5. 2.3.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's the first number that came to my
I'll
the old noggin.
I'll take it.
Doesn't really make sense.
It's just like, whose line is it anyway for movie reviews where the points don't really mean anything anyway? So
yeah, pretty much.
2.3s, that's pretty solid. Yeah.
You gonna write that down?
I was gonna go
2.3.
God damn. All right.
Write it down.
2.3. What'd I say?
Plus
3.5.
3.5. That's pretty generous.
That's fucking not bad, baby. Got 5.8 out of 10. What about as a bad movie? What would you like for watching it for purely comedic effect of it being not good? Which it wasn't.
I'm gonna go 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna go right down the middle.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm gonna go 6.5.
Okay.
Because I do tend to like things more than I don't.
I had a good time riffing on it.
I did have a really good time riffing on it.
There was also there were a lot of points in this where I was like, I'm not joking at all when I say this.
Yeah.
I wanted us to just turn it off and then
yeah.
just come in here and like fuck around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's like when I would go take a pee or
it's
like turn to you and be like, so what episode of that other podcast here?
Seriously, we spent 15 minutes of this film talking about another podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, not 15 minutes, like 15 minutes in total talking about other things, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. Easily.
That's how...
And this is a short movie at
Yeah.
like 90 minutes. It's pretty breezy.
Yeah, it's just
there's just got so much fucking dead air where it's shoot it,
chase it.
Yeah, chase it down, get it,
go on it,
get it, do a stoppie,
put your front wheel on the pavement and just the back. Take the back wheel off the pavement and put the front wheel on it.
Do a wheelie. Because it's real motorcycle heavy. Get it? Yeah, I bet you do.
Oh, man. So,
all right, well, it would appear that I am out of beer.
I think we're out of content.
I think we're good here. Is there anything else anything you've been checking out that you're except for this fucking sick NyQuil Jordan shirt
T-shirt I got here?
If you'd ever checked out Obvious Plant,
please do
on Instagram. Yeah, but Bird's repping a shirt that's like a Michael Jordan ripoff, and his name's NyQuil Jordan. It plays for the Chicago Balls. And it does say slam dump and just don't.
Please, if you have Instagram, check out Obvious Plant. It's hilarious. He makes like fake toys and then puts one of those. He just makes
fake shit and puts it in stores.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Great.
It's amazing.
It's a fun medium that nobody else is going after. But, it's cool to look at.
Yeah. So I finished a TV show called The Morning Show. I think I was talking to you a little bit about that last time.
Yeah. I think you brought it up.
And Billy Crudup is fucking amazing. Like, I can't praise Billy Crudup enough in this TV series. Just some of the best acting I've ever seen. Like, I'm not.
Nice. I fucking like the sound of that.
Other than that, still reading some John Maxwell right now. What about you? What you been getting into?
Fuck, what have I been getting into? I've been rewatching a anime series that I've already watched called One Punch Man, but now it is dubbed in English.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny because it's a comedy series, and just the general watching it with subtitles, the tone of it doesn't quite come across all the way.
Yeah.
But now that it's dubbed into English, it somehow is funnier. It's not somehow funnier. The jokes land better, so it's funnier. But that's the thing that I like about it, is that it's a humorous show. I watched Crimson Peak recently, which is a Guillermo del Toro joint.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it. It's got Tom Hiddleston in it. I quite liked it. It's kind of like a period piece. There's like ghosts and shit or whatever. But the special effects look great. And the story, I kind of thought I knew where it was going, and I kind of did, but it was still good. Like, I enjoyed it. I watched the whole movie. I thought the sets were great, costumes were great, acting was great, casting was great. I liked that quite a bit.
Nice.
What else did I see? I feel like I watched another thing that I was like, I want to talk about this on the show.
Yeah, no, I don't think I really have anything else to add.
I think I texted you about this. After I watched Mortal Kombat, I bought the game, Mortal Kombat 11.
Right.
Or did I buy the game first? I don't remember. Either way, it was on sale on PlayStation. So I bought MK11 with all the expansions or whatever. Played through the story in a day. Really enjoying it. A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Been getting back into some Rocket League, which we have been playing together.
We have been playing a little bit more Rocket League for the first time in, like, what, a year?
Like a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
So here, I've been out here for a year and a half. Yeah. Actually, it's like right at a year and a half. So yeah, it's been about that long since our glorious team was
Jean-Claude Brandan
was on the field, and I got to say we've been kicking some ass, more than we've been getting that ass kicked. That's for sure.
That is 100. You want to like get naked, or
I catch you at a bad time?
You guys aren't gonna start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that phone talk! We're a one-eyed Batman!
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob, we don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin, businesses are booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, you know, you can lead a horse to water. I mean, you can
Fucking suck its dick.
You can fucking suck its dick. That's how that song goes by Glassjaw.
By Glassjaw. You can lead a horse to water. You can drive
suck its dick.
Yes, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Good.